let's talk now about some spelling problems. There are nouns that when they form the plural, they add or they lose a letter before the ending. They follow the same rules, but in some cases, they acquire or they lose a letter before the plural ending. Let's see one of those cases. Masculine noun ending in co or in go, and I want to give you right now two words. Fuoco, this is an Italian noun, masculine ending in co and means fire. And fungo, this is an Italian noun, masculine singular ending in go. Fungo means mushroom. So if you just follow the rule, you know that you should drop the O and add what? An I. So it will be fuochi. This is if you follow the main rule. And fungo will be fungi. Now, it would be, since it's not. Try to understand why. Italian likes to keep the same sound. So, fuoco, you see that C is hard. Fuoco. So, if you just, remove the O and you add the I, that sound change because it's fuoco, fuoci, ch. But Italian likes to keep the same sound. So instead of fuoco, you want that word sounds fuochi. And the only way to make that, as you have learned in the introduction of this course, it will be if you add an H between the C and the I. So fuoco, it would be fuochi. So that means that the majority of Italian words ending in co, they make their plural in chi. Okay, same thing is gonna happen with go. So fungo, gu, hard. Fungi, g, soft. No, the Italian likes to keep the same sound. So you must sound as fungi in the order to have the same g. So fungo, fungi. And the only way to sound g, it would be to add an H between the G and the I. So it will be now fungi. That means that the majority of Italian word, masculine singular word ending in go, make their plural in gi. Okay. I said the majority of them. Then there are other words that actually they don't add an H and they just follow the main rule. And the most important of those, and I suggest you to remember at least these that I'm talking about now, amico in the plural is amici. You see, without the H. And then remember, and so amico is like friend, so amici is friends, and the opposite, nemico is enemy, and makes the plural nemici. Then remember medico is a doctor, is another way to say doctor in Italian. Medico, you already know dottore, and the plural of dottore would be dottori. Now the plural of medico is medici without the H. And then remember this, Greco, Greco, that means Greek. Now the plural is Greci, without the H. So consider these words as exceptions, but the main rule is like nouns, masculine nouns, singular nouns ending in co or go, they make their plural in ki and gi, and you make that sounds only if you add an H. Let me just give you now an example of an exception containing G instead of G. So, as I said, amico, amici, amico, amici, nemico, nemici, medico, medici, greco, greci are exception for co, and let's see now exception for go. Exception for go is psicologo. Psicologo. The plural of psicologo will be psychology without H. So this is an exception. I'm gonna give you just another one. Sociologo, the plural, sociology. So even this is another exception. Okay, now let's see feminine nouns ending in ka and ga. Okay, they make their plural always, in this case is always, adding an H between C and G and the last vowel. Amica, so the plural for the same reason, to keep the R sounds, will be amiche. You add an H in between, okay? So amica is like a friend, feminine. Amiche is friends, and feminine. Let's take one ending in ga. Bottega, that is a store. To make bottega plural, botte, you must add botte. You must add an H in between. In this case, we don't have exceptions. You always add an H. Okay. The last but less important spelling mistake is the ending in io. Okay, words that end in io, usually they are masculine in the singular. So you know the rule to make those words ending in io will be to drop the o and to add what? To add an I at the end. We already saw this. Bambino, bambini. But now, what is going to happen here? Let's see now if I do the same exactly. Will be, let's take one word, like bacio. Bacio means kiss. If you drop the I, if you drop the O, ba, you drop the O and you add, if you follow the rule, you add another I and you will have bacii. So you will have an extra I that we really don't need. Okay? So it's better when you write if you don't add that I. Okay? When we actually have the I, the extra I, only in words where the E before the O in the singular is a stress. So the I, English I, or Italian E, in any case, like this, in this case, you see the word zio, like uncle, is stress. When you say zio, you put the stress in E. When you say bacio, you don't put the stress in chi. You put the stress in ba, bacio, because if you would put the stress in this I here, it would be bacio. So the rule actually tells you if the noun is not stressed, if the I in that noun is not stressed, like in bacio, because it's not that this I here stress. What is stressed is this A here, bacio. So what you do, you don't add the second I. But if it's stressed, like in zio, you see zio, you must add the I. So you follow the rule, you drop this I, this all, and you add the I. See, and give me the second one that makes plural, C, E. Okay, so in any case, as I said, it's not really a big mistake if you add a second I. Just definitely remember to add the I in words like zio, because otherwise it will be C, and it doesn't really sound neither plural or singular. So zio, the plural, zii, bacio, the plural, baci. Only one I because you don't need the second one. Is a problem of the stress here. So let me just repeat. If the word is not stressed in the I, like bacio, you don't add the plural I. If the word is stressed in the I of io, like zio, you must add the second I. Okay,